Hi foodies. Well, for as much as I love to cook, I'm also a nurse. That's my actual day job. And yes, I don't care what your vaccine status is. We're not here to argue that, or how you feel about wearing masks. The bottom line is that this winter is going to be pretty hard on all of us because there are a lot of different illnesses circulating, and the probability of you catching one or your family members is pretty high. So what I'm here to tell you about today is how to mitigate that and plan ahead for this crazy illness season. Both my significant other and I are home with COVID. You can get free tests if you go to the government website. They're starting to hand them out again. You can call this number, or you can Google freetest.gov and sign up and you'll get them. But for now, it may take a few weeks, so you can go to the grocery store and find these. This is about $12. Yes, I can get tested at work, but I'm not at work, so we have to buy some. This is what it looks like when it comes up positive. It looks very much like an old pregnancy test. Even if that T line is very faint, err on the side of caution, you're probably contagious. So what kind of tools do you need? Well, you're going to want to use thermometers for sure. If you have a lot of people in your house, you're going to want to use a no contact. If it's just a couple of you, like myself and my man, we're using the oral one because it is more accurate. The non-contact one, you're going to want to bump off a degree. So if it reads 100, you're actually 99. Pulse oximeters. So you can get these off of Amazon, and because COVID-19 is not a respiratory disease, it is a vascular disease. Measuring your oxygen levels is very important during the course of this. You're going to want to use the left hand with your ring finger for the most accurate reading. You're also going to want to make sure that your batteries are fresh. You're going to want to use this in light. So don't put this in a dark bedroom or a dim room. You're going to want to test your oxygen in a bright light. You're also going to want to make sure that your hands and your fingers are nice and warm. Don't wash your hands and then go ahead and test. And you want to make sure that your nails are free of any nail polish, especially dark nail polish. Clear is okay, but preferably a clean, non-painted nail is best. And you're going to want to let this sit for at least a minute because, as you can see from mine, it fluctuates. So it's to get the best idea of what your baseline is at. See, I went from 96 to 98, so I'm going to say my baseline is 97, which for COVID is excellent. I'm on my 6th day, so I'm very happy about that. I have the alcohol to clean all my equipment with. You should get that too, or the pads. Here is yet another O2 sensor, and same thing. I'm starting out satting at 96, which is still pretty good. My baseline, I do have some mild COPD, is about 96, 97. My heart rate's a little bit higher with this virus right now, even though my fever has broken. I guess that's maybe a normal finding. But anyway, if your oxygen goes below 95, call your doctor. If it's below 93, go to the ER. Keep track of your symptoms so you can discuss that with your physician if you need antivirals. Make sure your space, especially where you sleep, is humidified. If you don't have a humidifier, you can go ahead and put a big pot of water on the stove and boil that, or you can go into the bathroom, set off the shower, shut the door, and make kind of a steam sauna room. I have a wedge pillow, which helps with GERD and to keep you upright for breathing. Okay, so Tylenol for fever, Advil, ibuprofen for inflammation. The two together synergistically work better. Contact your doctor, make sure that that's okay for you, but that's what we're doing. So hydration is key, whatever you like that to be. Teas, coconut water, which is filled with different electrolytes. We have electrolyte water, we have the emergency, that's the generic. Honey and lemon is a great cough suppressant. It's a natural cough suppressant. It's very cold where we are, so we have a big bag of ice to keep our stuff cold. Also, Boost Ensure, any type of nutritional drink. The reason I'm telling you this is because you're going to be pretty tired, pretty fatigued. You're not going to want to be up making stuff. So yes, you could get your protein source from smoothies, adding protein powder, and I will show you that. But honestly, like, it's really hard to get up from the couch the first couple of days sometimes when you're ill. So this is just an easy delivery system of protein. We drank all of our high protein boost. Now we're just drinking the regular, but especially with a fever, your body needs nutrients. So especially protein, and for muscle, you know, to prevent the breakdown. So definitely look into that. A nice little basket to put all of your sundries and necessary stuff that you can pass around to your family members who may or may not need them. He's crabby because he's not had symptoms for 3 days, but he's still testing positive, can't go back to work. And here's my ginger root looking like a crab. Yeah, we're gonna beat COVID. Yeah, let's do this. So we'll get to that. All right, learning curve for me. I didn't have the Kleenex with lotion. You want that. Otherwise, you're going to need this Vaseline. My nose was tore up from the floor up. It was all bloody, and because constantly running, constantly blowing it. I couldn't smell anything, but if you can, this vapor rub will really help as well to, so you can breathe through your nasal passages as well as a natural cough suppressant. Mucinex is great as well. My man could use that. I cannot because of medications I'm on. So, sore throat, of course, you're going to want some throat lozenges. I didn't really have a sore throat at all throughout this. It's been almost a week now. But mouth breathing, you're going to get it. Baby aspirin. So consult with your doctor, see what they say, but this is a anticoagulant. It does thin the blood. Same with Zantac. It's an antihistamine, or it is a histamine blocker. It works differently than like an allergy pill. Do not just start taking this if you are not already taking an antacid. You can ask your doctor about it, but studies have shown that this could be helpful to mitigate any severe COVID. But this is something that JR already takes, so I'm encouraging him to continue to do so because your GERD could get worse during this illness. I prefer Gaviston over Tums. As the picture shows, it does kind of quell the acid coming up because it does create kind of a little foamy base. Melatonin has also been shown to maybe keep this from blowing up really bad. Also, I have terrible insomnia with my COVID, so this is helpful for that. Of course, you can load up on your vitamins. Do not take elderberry though. That is not the supplement to take while you are positive. But if you are using like an emergency or the Ensure or the Boost like I am, as you can see, there's plenty of vitamins. Keep yourself moisturized too. Self-care is still important throughout this whole ordeal, and it is an ordeal. Take your vitamin D, even if you're not sick. Take it because of SAD, the seasonal depression. That helps. For snacks, protein, hard-boiled eggs, avocado for potassium, watermelon, it keeps you very hydrated, and of course, I recommend fresh pineapple because it does help with coughing and lung inflammation. Bananas high in potassium. Why is potassium a thing? Well, apparently potassium is a thing with COVID. You either got too little or you got too much. So you definitely want to keep your electrolytes balanced. That's why it's important to stay hydrated and use like a Pedialyte or a Gatorade or an emergency. Meanwhile, you can prep some soup base. I've got onion, carrot, celery, and garlic in here. You can freeze it ahead of time. You can also make some bone broth, put that in the freezer, or any sort of broth. So now when you want to make a soup, because trust me, you're going to want some soup when you're sick, all you have to do is put it in the pot, add some broth, add some water, add some, like chicken or whatever, some beef, and you've got the basis for your soup. So it's not as labor intensive because when you're sick, you're not really going to want to be standing there chopping up all these veggies. So they're already pre-made and ready to go. So also frozen meals. Froze up some chili, any type of beef stew, any kind of meals you can think of to freeze up. Now we're making some wellness shots. This is a ginger shot. Then I'm using orange and orange peel, ginger root. This is coming straight from Plant You. Check it out. She's awesome. I'm reserving some of my orange rind for my next video that I'm going to share with you guys for some Christmas potpourri. But basically, we're just putting the ginger root, the orange, some of the orange peel, and some turmeric. And turmeric is a natural anti-inflammatory spice. So, of course, we want that. And black pepper, because black pepper helps the bioavailability of the turmeric. So it helps your body absorb it better. You're not going to taste any of this, especially if you're like me, you can't taste anything right now. And then you just add some water. You can add some honey or some agave or some sweetener if you would like. And just, crank it up, let it puree, do its thing. And I'm putting with the pulp in some of it. But if you don't want the pulp, you can do this. You can just strain it out, which is fine. I'm making little shots of this. It's so much cheaper than going to Trader Joe's and getting their wellness shots or Whole Foods or whatever. So it's a great idea. Like I said, I got this off of Plant You, but there's a lot of recipes on the internet to make these different little wellness shots. Once you've strained out and drained out the pulp, you can put that aside for other purposes. And then all I did is that I put them in these little plastic bottles. So every day we can take a little shot or two of this potent anti-inflammatory beautiful thing and help on our wellness journey. Here is the pulp that you can use, the Plant You, I forget her name, Kaylee, I think, I'm not sure. You can use it towards a stir fry. You can find different inventive ways. So I've kind of burnt out on regular chicken soup, so I'm making hot pot chicken soup. What's hot pot? Well, it's kind of a Chinese thing or Korean, where you heat up a broth and then you have different accompaniments like meats and veggies, and the broth is so hot that it will pretty much heat up or cook the different accompaniments you have, but it keeps it separated. Anyway, it's a new twist on chicken soup because I'm still craving soup. That's all I've been wanting to do. Meanwhile, get yourself some comfy blankets. If you have a fur baby, cuddle up with your fur baby, your pillows. I got my fuzzy Santa Snoopy pants, and just be comfortable, stay well, and rest, and get through this. Merry Christmas. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more tiny